watching David Graham Sports Report.
When you call for just any ambulance service, you never know what you might get. But when you call Vital Care at 423-562-9370, you'll get an experienced staff, experienced and professional people who know what the word emergency really means. Don't just trust anyone. You do have a choice when it comes to ambulance service in this area. 562-9370. Our top story today is a fond farewell to one of our own. Miss Jordan Gomer, who lives in La Follette, is on her way to Sofia, Bulgaria to represent the United States in the power tumbling competition. She's in the 7th grade, attends Norris Middle School, and after talking with this young lady, I must say she's very confident and is ready to represent the United States of America. We spoke with Mom, Melissa, and Jordan about what it's been like around the Comer household. What kind of sacrifice Jordan has to make in training for these events. Talk a little bit, Mom, about the sacrifice that the parents have to make.
Well, obviously Jordan is the one doing the work out there 4 to 5 times a week for 2.5 to 3 hours of pop.
Right.
But she trains in Knoxville, so that's every evening for either me or my husband. Luckily, we're both able to work it into our schedules.
Right.
But again, it's time. We do a lot of homework in the car.
Right.
We do a lot of eating in the car, and and even our son Ethan, he has to put in the time also.
Right.
So it's a huge commitment from the entire family.
Yeah, from the whole family.
But because of that, Bill and I wanted to support Jordan. So about 4 years ago, we earned our judging credentials, so that when we go to meets, we judge. Obviously, we don't judge Jordan, but we judge. And then if it's a local meet that Jordan's gym is sponsoring, even our son helps out.
Yeah. Dad, Bill, and brother Ethan, they popped in later, and here's what they had to say.
No, we're used to it. I mean, she's been doing it for a few years.
Right.
I mean, the biggest adjustment is she got selected this year.
Oh, yeah.
But just as far as her training, what she's been doing, nothing's changed for us.
We also found out that Jordan is an excellent golfer. She competes in the Tennessee Golf Association during the summer months. But little brother Ethan has one up on her. He has a hole-in-one, and knowing Jordan, she's going to correct that situation once she comes back home. It was great meeting this wonderful family, Bill, Melissa, Ethan, and Jordan, and we look forward to good news from Bulgaria. I asked Dad to keep us posted, and he promised that he would. So Jordan, congratulations and good luck. We're all pulling for you. I'm very proud of you. They're about as ready as they'll ever be. Justin Price and the Cougars know what lies ahead starting this Friday night. But it started for Justin when the final horn sounded last Friday at Powell. A date with the Wildcats of Gibbs. We play host to Gibbs Friday night at El Hope Dunson Stadium. Now the start time is a special time. Remember this, 7 o'clock instead of 7:30. Make a note of that and get up there early, as this place is going to rock and roll. We played Gibbs earlier in the year. We messed up their homecoming, and I'm sure they didn't appreciate that too much, and they'll be looking for some payback. I asked Justin Price just how many homecomings does he think the Cougars spoiled this year. Here's what the coach had to say about that, among other things. Now, of course, Coach, I think, and I don't know if they keep stats on this, but I think you have ruined everybody's homecoming and senior nights this year, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been a part of a lot of those, and it's anytime you go there, there's a lot of distractions, and our kids handle all that so well. That's sometimes you think they're not focused because they don't pay attention to stuff like that, but they find a way every Friday night to make things happen and make us very proud of the coaching staff.
Okay now folks, I've heard about all I want to hear about co-district champions and whether or not the Cougars are in fact co-district champions. They are, so deal with it. I have heard from everyone south of Campbell County all I want to hear about their team being district champions when everyone from the TSSAA on up to the Sports Report, along with members of the media in Knoxville, to the La Follette Press and the Volunteer Times, agree that we are co-district champions. I sat down with Patrick Peebley of the Volunteer Times and Chris Cannon of the La Follette Press, and here's what they had to say about that very subject.
I agree with that. I mean, I've talked to Justin Price and talked to numerous people, and they both say that the PWSAA tiebreaker only goes to the playoff system.
Right.
So I think it's going to be stuck to where they're co-champs. I mean,
They are co-champs.
Agreed, because, I mean, okay, I know they're gonna make the argument, we beat y'all head to head.
Right.
We beat Powell.
What about Powell?
We beat Powell. You know, it's a 9-1 record. It's just like, and they might argue this is apples and oranges, they might not. But let's look at the SEC.
Right.
Even before we had,
The
even
SEC
before we had the
championship.
SEC championship, you know, there was a year that Alabama and Tennessee were both SEC champions, and Alabama wound up with the tiebreaker that allowed them to go to the Sugar Bowl. But they were still both SEC champions. Justin Price and I have talked about it, like you said. He tells me we're co-champions. Good enough for me.
You know, lunch or dinner time is a great time to call Papa John's Pizza. It's always hot, fresh, and delivered to your door. So while you're watching the Cougars on the network, or if you're at the stadium, call Papa John's at 423-562-7272 and have them deliver you the best pizza anywhere. The freshest ingredients do make the best pizza. Find out why. Make that phone call. Calvary Christian Academy. Quality academics and biblical character. You can receive both. All the things you want in a school for your child. Grade levels K through 12. Phonetic-based reading, individualized curriculum, diagnostic testing, character building, and biblical principles. For more information, contact Calvary Christian Academy, 2139 Jacksboro Pike, P.O. Box 1402, La Follette, Tennessee. Phone 423-562-7267. 423-562-7267. The Tip-Off Classic finished up last night at La Follette Middle School, a round-robin format with Jacksboro Middle School girls only. Harriman, Oneida, Carnes, and homestanding La Follette Middle School. In the boys, it looks like Carnes finished first. La Follette Middle School, after losing to Carnes the night before, bounced back big Thursday night to beat the stuffing out of the Indians of Oneida. Lady Owls won the final game of the night as Julia Powell returned home to play her former teammates. She's with the Lady Beavers now. But too much Skylar Boshears and the Lady Owls as they won in a nail-biter. It was a great tournament put on by La Follette Middle School, and the teams were glad to take part in it, even if it meant it's going on their record. Wanda Snodgrass was not too happy with her team as they went 0-2 in the tournament. The Lady Owls wound up 1-1 along with the Owls boys team. The Eagles will travel to Powell Friday to play a special in-school game at 1 p.m., and the Owls won't be in action until next Tuesday when they will travel to Webb. As a matter of fact, their next 3 games will be on the road. Okay, the Powell Valley Conservation Club is going to have a turkey shoot this Saturday, November the 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. They're also going to have one Thanksgiving Day, that's the 28th, and it's also going to be 9 to 11 a.m. And for more information, you can call Alvin Sanders at 423-377-5183. The shoots are off of Wells Springs Road, which is approximately 10 miles past La Follette Hospital, going north on Carl Steiner Highway. Turn right off of Highway 63 onto Wells Springs Road, go about 1/10 of a mile to the stop sign, then go straight at the stop sign, and the club is on the right approximately 0.1 mile. Each round will cost $4, and if you need a shotgun shell, it costs 75 cents. Now you can use your own shells if you like. The winner of each round wins a $25 gift card, and like I said, for more information, all you got to do is call Alvin Sanders at 423-377-5183. Also, we want to remind you too, the Christian Academy of Campbell County is going to have its first annual 5K Warrior Run November the 16th. Registration begins at 6:30 a.m. Run begins at 8 a.m. Only $25 to enter the race. T-shirts will be provided and prizes for first, second, and third place. And you can call the Christian Academy of Campbell County for more information. It's going to be their first annual event, so take part in that, won't you? Alrighty, that's a real quick look at today's sports. Don't forget, Campbell County will be at L. Hope Dodson Stadium, first game of the playoffs, Friday evening, and they'll be playing Gibbs. And if you can't go to the game, be sure and catch it on the WLAF Sports Network. Alrighty, you guys stay safe out there. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back in here next week, good Lord willing. Stay tuned, because there's more to come right here on WLAF.